Hi dear students, welcome back to Success EduTech. My name is Vinita Guntekal and I am back with the series of Science and Technology, chapter number 3, Current Electricity, lecture number 5. The 4 lectures for this chapter has been released. I hope all the students are solving the try yourself questions and mentioning it in the comment section. And those who have not solved, I request you to solve it and comment in the comment section so that it will be clearly evaluated by me. So today we are going to start up with the concept of resistor in series. Do you know what is resistor? The resistor are the components which opposes the flow of current. So in order to slow down the speed of current or rate of current which is passed, we use the component resistor. See, we can represent the straight line like this. So if the current is flowing through this conductor, if it is a conductor, and if there is no resistance, the current will flow without any obstacle. But if there is resistance inside the conductor, so that resistance is represented by like this sign. That means there is an obstacle to the flow of current. So what will happen when these resistors together are connected in series? Before that, we will go through the concept of conductor and electricity and insulators, because these are the major components which are involved in the chapter current electricity, because these are the one who allows or do not allow the flow of current. Conductors are generally metals like gold, silver, copper, aluminum. They allow the flow of current through it, so they are called as a good conductor. Whereas the insulators, they are called as a bad conductors because they do not allow the current to pass through it. The examples of the insulator are rubber, wood. As explained in the previous lectures, there are no free electrons inside the wood or a rubber, so the reason they do not allow the current to flow through it. So these are the example of insulator. So this small concept might be asked in exam, so like differentiate between conductors and insulators. So keep in mind, conductors are the one which allows the current to pass through them, and insulators are the one which do not allow the current to pass through them because they have extremely high resistance. Just list few examples and mention it in the comment section for conductors and insulators. You will come to know. Remember, most of the time all metals are conductors, and all non-metals like plastic, rubber, wood are insulators. Now coming on towards how the system will be and what will be the effective resistance if resistance are connected in series. A resistor is a two-ended component. See, here is one end, here is one end. Like we represented the resistor like this. So here is one end, here is one end. So resistors are the two-ended components having a given amount of value between its two ends. In several devices, a number of resistors are connected together in different ways. And Ohm's law is applicable to such connected resistors. Ohm's law means V is equals to IR. That is, the voltage is directly proportional to the current, and R is the constant of proportionality. So Ohm's law is applicable here. So you can see in the figure that the ends of the three resistors R1, R2, R3, the ends of the three resistors are connected so that they follow one after the other in a single line. These resistors are said to be connected in series. See, if they are connected one after the other like this, they are in series. If they are connected like this, that means three of them are connected to each other at one terminal. This is one terminal. They are said to be in parallel. So end-to-end connections, one after the other, are said that the resistors are in series. So the value of current is I. Here, a potential difference is connected. That is a cell. Key is connected. So when the key is tapped off, touch here, then the current will flow. When key is removed, that means the connection is removed, the current won't flow. So there is a cell, there is a key, there is an ammeter which will measure the current flowing through it, and there is a voltmeter which will measure the resistance across the resistance the voltage across the resistance R1. So value of I current is I, and the potential difference between C and D. The potential difference between C and D will be V. Okay, total V. Here it will be total V. But the potential difference across R1 is V1, potential difference across R2 is V2, potential difference across R3 is V3. Okay, so that will be measured using voltmeter. The current through the entire circuit will remain constant, and only one single current will flow, that is I. But the potential difference across each of the resistance will be different. So V will be defined as V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. This is the property of resistance connected in series. You should remember that the current remains constant, the voltage get distributed between the three resistance. So voltage is V1, V2, V3, whereas current through all R1, R2, R3 is I. Now the effective resistance. Rs will be the effective resistance, or it is also called as the equivalent resistance. Rs will be equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. That means addition of all the three resistance. Same will not be the equivalent resistance in parallel connection. That will be different. We will study in that concept. So here we know that according to the Ohm's law, the total resistance is Rs, and the total potential difference across R1, R2, R3 is V, where V is V1 plus V2 plus V3. So according to the Ohm's law, it comes out to be V is equals to IRS. V1 is IR1 according to the Ohm's law. V2 is IR2, that is according to the Ohm's law, and V3 is IR3 because current is I throughout R1, R2, R3. Voltage is V1, V2, V3, and resistance are R1, R2, R3. Simply apply Ohm's law. What it will be now? Since V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3, substitute all these values of V1, V2, V3 here in the equation 1. What it will come? IRS is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus I3. Try to take all the I common. When you take all the i's common, IRS will be equal to I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. So what will happen? I on both the side will get cancelled. What will remain? RS, R1 plus R2 plus R3. Only these things are going to remain. So the reason RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 has come. Okay, and suppose this is a proof for all the three resistance connected in series. There are n number of resistance connected in series. At that time, the answer, the proof or the result will be Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 going on, so on, addition up till Rn. So remember, this formula is very important, that whenever, what you have to conclude out of this entire slide is, whenever the resistance are connected in series, first thing, I remains constant, current remains constant for resistance in series. Okay, and voltage get distributed. There it is distributed, that is, it is different for different resistors. So the reason V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. And what you should remember, that the final resistance or the effective resistance or the equivalent resistance is addition of all the resistances. See this formula is very important. Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 and so on up till Rn. Now this is a very simple example. The three resistors having resistance of 15 ohm, 3 ohm and 4 ohm are connected in series. What is the effective resistance they are asking? So you know there are three resistance, so the connection will be like this. So series means they have given that it is in series. Okay, so effective resistance Rs will be what? Addition of all R1 plus R2 plus R3. Correct? Substitute the value, add all the values like 15 plus 3 plus 4. How much it will be? 22 ohms. Very simple question. Everything is given. Write down in the given section and use the formula for resistance in series. That is addition of all the resistance. Now the second example, two resistors having resistance of 16 and 14 ohm are connected in series. So when you read the first statement, immediately what comes in your mind is Rs is equal to 16 plus 14, that is R1 plus R2, because they are connected in series. So your answer comes out to be 30 ohms. Okay, this is your answer. So see, they have first find out the effective resistance. Now the second statement we should read, that if the potential difference of 18 volt is applied across them, so total potential difference is 18 volt, and since the two resistors are connected in series, so V1 and V2 will be the potential difference. So 18 will be equal to V1 plus V2 both. Okay, calculate the current flowing through the circuit and potential difference across each individual resistor. So we need to calculate V1 and we need to calculate V2. Both the things we need. We have total value. Okay. So what we can do is we can apply the Ohm's law. Ohm's law is V is equals to IR. Ohm's law is V is equals to IR. So see, you can observe here V is equals to IR and V1 plus V2 is equal to 18 volt. And you can write I. The current I will be V by R. Okay, so V is 18, R is 30 ohm, you get current as 0.6 amperes. Finish. Because you want to find out V1, you need the formula I into R1, correct? So you have I value, you find it as 0.6 ampere, you have R1. Similarly, for V2, you need IR2. So you have I value, you have R2 value, you can find V2. So that is it. So what you have to do is simply substitute the values and find out what is V1 and V2. So this comes out to be the current flowing in the circuit is 0.6 ampere. First you find out the current, and the potential difference across them is 16 ohm, 14 ohm is 9.6, 8.4, using simple Ohm's law. Only two formulas are used here, that is Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 and V is equals to IR. Since the current remains same, we can use the Ohm's law easily over here, because it is resistance in series. So when you solve the question, always read whether the resistance are in series or are in parallel. So coming on towards the, in short, what we studied today is the conductors. Conductors are also called as a good conductor. Insulators are also called as a bad conductor. And the resistance in series. Tell me few examples of conductors which are the good conductors. All metals are good conductors. Examples are gold, silver, copper, aluminium. Okay, these are all the good conductors. Insulators, example of insulators are wood, rubber, plastic. They do not allow the current to flow through them. And whenever the resistance is connected in series, what is the effective resistance? Sum of all the resistances. Sum of all resistance connected in series. And what is V? V is always distributed. That means V1 plus V2 plus V3. And what is current in resistance in series? The current throughout all the equipments, all the resistors will remain same, which is I. Current always remains same. So in the next lecture, we are going to start with the resistance in parallel. Okay, just remember what is there in resistance in series. Opposite to that is there in resistance in parallel. So keep watching the series so that you will understand the concepts easily. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.